Good morning. Good morning. Happy Thursday, everybody. Cheers. Yeah. What a beautiful day it's going to be. Absolutely. I'm glad that they're early. Good for them. Oh, hallelujah. Happy birthday, everybody. Happy anniversary. Whatever the celebration is today, make it a wonderful celebration and cool things like that. So I was here late last night, did coffee, cocktails, and vinyl, and did a 20-minute record sale prior to that. And I haven't prepared anything at all. Good morning, TC. How are you doing today, sir? It's so good to see you. Thank you for coming out this morning, hanging out. It must have been a double flush. Yeah. So there we go. One thing I wanted to talk about today was capital sleeves. Here's a capital sleeve. So that buyback I had from last Saturday up in Wake Forest had several of the Beatles records. And so I'm like, oh, this is cool. But not every one of them has the proper inner sleeve. So much better than yesterday morning, that's for sure. Oh, that's awesome to get here, TC. It's always good when there's a morning after and cool things like that. And sometimes for me, I just think about, ooh, it's going to be better. It's going to be better. And so I think of that a lot. Yeah. So there we go. So I'm glad to hear that, TC. I love you more today than yesterday. So knowing which sleeve goes in with the proper happy Thursday. Good morning, Alan. It's so good to see you. How are you doing today, sir? Yeah. Hey, I wasn't that kind of morning yesterday. Hee hee. Oh, if you're talking about the song, I've never seen the movie, so I don't even know about that. But it's just a cool little catchphrase. There's got to be a morning after. Who sang that, by the way? Mary McGovern? I don't know. Maybe I should say it. And so, whenever I find capital inner sleeves that are in the wrong jacket, I put them to the side. And if I happen to find a Capitol record that's going up in the free bin or the dollar bin that's got the proper inner sleeve, I save it because you never know. And so now I have the Beatles records that need proper inner sleeves, even though I washed the record and I put in a new inner sleeve, it still have the original behind it. So how do you identify which one goes in the proper, not only the Beatles, but Beach Boys? And cool things like that. I know for this one it shows Meet the Beatles, the Beatles' second album, Something New, the Beatles, and it also has Beach Boys concert as well as Dick Dale Summer Surf. Marie McGovern, thank you so much, TC. And on the other side, it says Broadway's best on Capitol. Alan, can you share some light on that? We got some snow showers yesterday, then the sun came out moments later. Oh, I bet it was beautiful. And I bet that was beautiful. Does your puppy like the snow, Alan? And this one says Capitol 66, Great Sounds. And it has Rubber Soul, Help, and Help by the Beatles. Rubber Soul and Help. So does that mean that it came after Rubber Soul was released? or it came during the release of Rubber Soul. Same with Help. I think you have to know about when the albums on the sleeve came out in relation to the album you're sleeving. Okay, that makes sense to me. Then I noticed in the bottom corner, it has a number. I think that one's PE or PC. PE 12/2FS. There you go. And then there was different pressing plants. So did different pressing plants have sleeve variations? Can you tell which pressing plant had this sleeve? This one has PE 122AS, and it's on the left side. This one's on the right side. So anyway, you know, if I could add the proper sleeve to the records I have, I would like to do that. But I just don't want to add a sleeve just for the sake of adding a sleeve. Yesterday and today? Okay. And the one that says 66 on it. Yeah. Alan, you know that just from perhaps the record you have or something like that? Yeah. Oh, great. Something else to keep track of. Sleeve numbers. Well, yeah, exactly, TC. Exactly. Absolutely, TC. So, and then if you buy a record, you want to make sure it has a proper sleeve in it if you're paying a premium price for it. All of this is true. So I might make a video and see if I can get some answers from people. Yeah. I'll have to reach out to those guys up in Charlotte, say, hey, and they'll be like, okay. The orange one goes with Beatles 65. The orange one belongs with Beatles 65. That would be this one. I've seen it a bunch of the. I had enough issues with the dead wax stuff. Absolutely. And the thing of it is those Beatles records that I've been working on. And let's see, my phone's in the other room. Let's see if the image is on here. If it is, I'll text it myself and I'll show you guys the image of what I've done so far, because I got a lot of research ahead of me. Photos, please. Excuse me. Photographs and memories. I have it right here, folks. So I'm going to text it to myself. Text, please. And I have to key in my phone number. There I am. Okay, I want you to send that, please. It sent it, and so sooner to show up. That was fast. Yeah. Okay, as I get this stuff ready, I'm going to ask some questions. Okay. Please don't ask about blank was a single for Bobby V in 62. Please don't ask about blank. Killer Queen was a 75 hit for which British band? Stuck in the Blank with You was a 73 hit by a group called Stiller's Wheel. Stuck in the Blank with You. Stumbling In was a top 5 duet in 79 for whom? Oh boy. Hey, good morning, Kurt. How are you doing today? Thanks for joining. I appreciate it a bunch. All right. Queen, middle. All right. Keep in mind, folks, we're not looking for the correct answer or the first answer. I'm sorry, we're not looking for the first answer. We're looking for the correct answer. Okay. All right, here's this image. Here's the image. The image came over in text. I'm going to put it on my desktop. And then I'll take it and put it in StreamYard. Then I can show you guys what I'm talking about. Woohoo! There we go. Oh, Kurt, you may remember I was talking about the Father John Misty test pressing. It doesn't sound as good as the other CD I have. It's just that I had it right there and it was convenient. So that's cool. Susie Quattro and Chris Norman. I have no idea. I had no idea. I never would have guessed that. Okay, brand banners. Brand, please. Pardon me. Okay, great. This is where I need to put it. Overlay. Can I click and drag? I cannot click and drag. Excuse me, I have to tell it where to go. Here we go. All right. I'm getting the, yeah. Okay, it's there, so I can talk about it in just a moment. Okay. Queen is correct. Stuck in the middle is correct. And stumbling was Susie Quattro. Very cool. Yeah. I'll ask some more questions and I'll get that image up there for everybody to see. Devil or Angel was this 1960 hit for whom? Going to a Go-Go was a 66 hit for which famous Motown 5? Okay. Give a Little Bit was a single for what group in 77? Fool to Blank was a top hit for Rolling Stones in 76. Okay. Okay, here's the image, folks. It's the only hit Susie had. Oh, cool. So here we go. These are the ones I just watched, and the top three are all three Great Britain. So that's going to take a little bit of time. I know what came in Sgt. Pepper's. That was the smoky looking reddish thing, red and pink and stuff like that. But we have Beatles 65, Revolver, Yesterday and Today, the early Beatles, and Magical Mystery. Now, the inner sleeves I showed you today are in Raleigh. They were never in Wake Forest. And so there you go. So the top three are all Parlophone. So I got some work to do tracking those babies down. The Meet the Beatles or With the Beatles on the top right, that's shrink wrap, but it has a sticker right there. So I put a little sticker that says Great Britain. That's a little attribute I added. And above that, it's got a sticker that's sideways and it says Mr. Meanies or something like that. So I got to research that. But so there you go. There's 6 of them, folks. And yeah, there we go. And now you got me. So there you go. It was the only top Susie had in the States, which is a crime. Susie is awesome. I agree with you there. So this is the Miracles. Miracles is correct. Supertramp's correct. Thank you, Alan. I think it's Black with Silver. I know that some of the Beatles was black with yellow, but I don't know if that's true for all the Beatles. I know that my Sgt. Pepper's mono is black with yellow. So there we go. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Yeah. So there we go, folks. Rolling Stones had a hit in '76. It was called "Fool to Blank." "Be My Baby" was a single for which trio in '63? Won't you be my baby, be my baby. So even though it's not yellow and even though it's not black and yellow, Alan, I still have a lot of research to do to figure out exactly which one it was, because as many pressings as there were in America, there was just as many pressings in Great Britain of the Beatles records, maybe even more. The Ronettes. All right, Cry. Those are correct. Congratulations. Hope you guys are keeping score. You earn 10 Record Crate bonus points for every trivial question you answer correctly. And I have to sneeze. And you also... For a second there, I thought I wasn't muted. I'm sorry. Woo! All right, I feel better. And you earn 10 Record Crate bonus points for every interaction you have. If you comment, answer a question, that's 10 Record Crate bonus points. 750 Record Crate bonus points if you're the guest. And I'm hoping a lot of people will, I'm hoping some people will come through toward the end of the month, because that will definitely put you right up there. And then after the video is posted to YouTube, you leave a comment, and that's 20 Record Crate bonus points. So it's an honor system. Keep up with your points. I just checked the database for pictures. Magical Mystery Tour looks like I might have had a custom inner sleeve with a song information on it. Okay, cool. I may have that. I'm just not really sure, but I can't be sure. There's so much there. There's so much there, folks. And I asked people, who bought records new in the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s. And I asked them about buying records. Did you pay attention if the record was made in America or if it was made overseas? Was that an option when you purchased the record? I asked them, did you buy Led Zeppelin? Yes. And I've asked some people, and they said yes. And I said, did you ever notice that someone had a really good sounding Led Zeppelin that we learned later was mastered by RLSS? And they said, no, we just had the record and we played it. But some people have told me, but you have to keep in mind that we had these suitcase record players we sit on top of our desk or the counter, or someone might have a record player that it pulls down like a drawer, and there's two speakers on the side that rotate like that. He said, or you go to somebody's house and they have the credenza style record player in the living room that had the lid that pulled up like a coffin. And he said, so nobody had hi-fi systems. So there you go. So it's interesting talking and learning about that and how records were purchased back then. But they said they just bought them. They knew nothing about the dead wax. That would be a good subject. When did the dead wax culture come to be? Yeah. Let's ask some questions, folks. Yeah. And keep an eye on the time, because I want to sneak out of here really quick, because I got a lot of stuff to do before I even hit the road to go to Wake Forest. Van Stevenson's 1984 LP entitled "Righteous Anger" contained the hit called "Modern Day Blank." What was the name of the group with which Gary Puckett had all of his hits? Oh, this is a good one. What famous drummer has played on songs with Jimi Hendrix, Carlos Santana, Wilson Pickett, and the Electric Flag? Who is Crystal Gayle's famous older sister? Which Fleetwood Mac song contained marching band music as well as the video? I knew nothing about Dead Wax stuff until I joined the VC community 6 months ago. I've been buying records for 50 years. And plus, TC, you worked at record stores. Did they ever say, oh, this particular record should sound real? Was there anything like that ever mentioned when you were working there? Okay, Modern Day Delilah, Gary Puckett in the Union Gap, Loretta Lynn is the big sister to Crystal Gayle, Tusk. Dun, dun. I like Tusk. I like that record. I like that song. I saw the video, and they had a marching band. It was awesome. Could have been staged, but it was awesome. Yeah. Did we get everything? Oh, the drummer. All right, who's the drummer cat, people? Drummer also had solo records. Played on songs with Jimi Hendrix, Carlos Santana, Wilson Pickett, and the Electric Flag. Nope, not really. At least not that I remember. I can understand that, TC. Yeah. I worked at the radio station. We never heard anything like that. I did hear things like, when I would buy records, I would hear things like the first track should sound better than the middle track or the end track. I did hear that. And I did hear that promos should sound better because they were closer to the plate, closer to the new plate. And I did hear that picture disc didn't sound very good. So there you go. That's what I heard. I got some more questions. So keep in mind the drummer question. Listen to what the blank said was a #1 hit by Wings. Jenny Take a Ride was a top 10 hit for what lead singer and group? Okay. There you go. That makes sense. My Guy was a hit in 64 by whom? Photograph was a hit in 73 for which ex-Beatle? Bonus points if you can, double points if you can say who wrote it. News of the World and Jazz were late 70s LPs recorded by which British band? To be fair, I was all about the music, not the collecting so much. Now it's the same. But I'm wrapping up my collecting knowledge. Absolutely. I agree with you there, TC. First and foremost, the condition, so it'll sound best. Yeah. Man, I've had books on collecting and never was any of that stuff mentioned either. Ringo Starr. Queen. Alan, I thought you would know who wrote Photograph. Or at least I should have done my research, but I didn't know this question was in here because I'm randomly pulling these questions out. Looks like I'm drinking blood, but it's the kombucha winter edition blood orange hibiscus rose. I think the summer edition is the same one. It's a good flavor. It really is. It really is. Queen. So we have a question here. So it's Buddy Miles who played with Jimi Hendrix, Carlos Santana, Wilson Pickett, and Electric Flag, and Buddy Miles had some solo records. Yes, he did. Queen is correct. Ringo Starr is correct. Jenny, Take a Ride. Jenny. I probably butcher that. Photograph was photograph written by Harry Nilsson. I know that Harry and Ringo. I know I've seen articles of Harry and Ringo hanging out together as well as John, but I think if I'm not mistaken, I'm thinking George Harrison. But let's take a look and see what we can find here. Photograph, please. Ringo Starr. Wikipedia, please. Oh, it was co-written with George. Yeah, co-written with George. Yeah. And I've heard people say that there's a Ringo Starr record that was song that was credited as Ringo, but some people say it was George. Yeah, I can't remember all that stuff right now. All right. In 1966, the Beatles had a song that begins with "Try to See It My Way." In 1966, the Beatles had a song that began "Try to See It My Way." What was the name of that song? Who recorded Stone's Soul Picnic in '68? I like that song. What instrument does Mick Fleetwood play? Fifth Dimension. I love that song. I like that, and I wish more of their stuff was like that because I really like it. I really do. Only had 2 records to show today that were from yesterday because I didn't. I just spent so much time not preparing. And I found a record that Love Hollis wants, so I looked for this and I looked for this and I looked for this and I found it. So I'm gonna have to reach out to her and say, "Look, is this the record you wanted? I found it." I got mail call, but I'll save that for tomorrow. 3, 4. Well, I do have some records to show, but I'll just wait. We can work it out. We can work it out. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm going to do one more round, folks, and I'm going to take off to the Great White North. It's a beauty way to go. And Wake Forest is north from here. My guy was Mary Wells. Okay. We can work it out. The Fifth Dimension is correct. What instrument does Mick Fleetwood play? And Leonard Skinner's last hit in '78 asked the question of the little girl. What? Oh. So Leonard Skinner had a hit in '78. And they asked this little girl a question. What was the question they asked her? Well, check this out. John D. Loudermilk from Durham, North Carolina, wrote a 1964 hit, Tobacco Road, for what group? Well, I don't even know that one. What group recorded the 1980 LP After Midnight? After Midnight. We're going to make it all hang out. I don't know if that was the song record or not, folks. I'm just guessing. Olivia Newton-John, 1975 hit, Please, Mr. Please. What jukebox number was mentioned? Oh, that's a tough one. Darn it, the Beatles. What cut from Band on the Run was on the B-side of the Band on the Run single in '74? Holy smoke. That's a tough one. What question did Leonard Skinner ask the little girl in 1978 with their hit? John D. Loudermilk from Durham, North Carolina. Oh, I never would have even guessed that one. Wow. Wow. How did you guys know that? I'm going to have to listen to that song. How did you guys know that? Holy smoke, TC and Alan. Mick does play drums. Yeah. What's your name? That is correct. We can work it out. That is so cool. Okay, we got the Mick Fleetwood. We got these folks. There you go. Thank you guys so much. Did we get them all? Let's see. So John D. Loudermilk wrote the 64 hit Tobacco Road for the Nashville Teens. That may be a popular song, but it's never been on my radar. After Midnight, the Manhattans. So apparently in Please Mr. Please, don't play B-17. And what was on the flip side of Band on the Run on the 7-inch single? Band on the Run was side A. What was on side B? That's a tough one too. Please, Mr. Please, don't play B-17. Oh, I never knew the lyrics. It was his song. It was our song, but it's over. He. Darn, I will never listen to that song the same. Please, Mr. Don't you play. I never knew what the lyrics was. I probably would. Please, Mr. Please, don't play blah, 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 blah. You know how it is. Yeah. So there we go, folks. 1984 was on the B side. Yeah, there we go. What's today? Today's Thursday. Alan, you chimed in 1985, and that is correct. I remember the song now. Yeah. 19. Oh, I knew what you were talking about, Alan. So I'll do my best to come back tonight from Wake Forest and have another 20-minute record sale. I have to bring records from Wake Forest because I don't have anything else ready here, but I have a lot of records in Wake Forest to price. And so there we go. Thanks for all your tips on the inner sleeves. Yeah. So, but if you happen to find a website that talks about the Beatles inner sleeves, I would be very interested. And if you share that with me, yeah. All right, folks, have a wonderful day. Hope to see you tonight for a 20-minute record sale. Look forward to seeing everybody really soon. Be really safe. Have a fabulous day. Make it exciting. And I'll see you tomorrow, if not tonight.